Have you ever reached the end of the month, checked your wallet, and thought, wait, where did all my money go? You're not alone. Millions of people around the world earn a decent income, yet still find themselves broke before payday. And no, the problem isn't always about how much you earn. It's about how you manage it. That's where budgeting comes in. But let's be clear. Budgeting isn't about restriction, sacrifice, or living miserably. It's about control, clarity, and freedom. When you budget right, your money starts working for you instead of disappearing without a trace. So in this video, let's talk about how to build a budget that actually works. One that fits your life, not someone else's. Let's start with a simple truth. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be able to control it. The first step to any successful budget is awareness. For the next 7 days, track every single expense. Yes, everyone. That $2 coffee, the extra fries you added, or that small online subscription you forgot to cancel. Write it all down. Most people think small expenses don't matter, but they pile up fast. Imagine this. Spending just $5 a day on snacks or coffee adds up to $150 a month. That's $1,800 a year. Enough for a vacation, a new laptop, or the start of an investment. When you finally see those numbers in front of you, it's like a light bulb moment. You realize you don't need to earn more. You need to spend smarter. Now that you've got awareness, let's move to step 2, structure. A good budget needs a framework, and the easiest one is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule divides your income into 3 parts: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. Suppose you make $1,000 a month. That means $500 goes toward your essentials: rent, groceries, transportation, bills. $300 is for your wants, the fun stuff like eating out, buying clothes, or Netflix. And $200 goes straight into savings or investments, the part that builds your future. Simple, right? But here's the key. These numbers are flexible. Maybe your rent is higher and your needs take 60%. That's okay. Just lower your wants to 20% and keep your 20% savings intact. The goal is balance, not perfection. Think of your budget like a recipe. The ingredients can change, but the goal is always a good meal. Let's make this real with an example. Meet Arjun, a regular guy earning $200 a month. Before budgeting, he constantly ran out of money by the 25th. When he tracked his spending, he discovered $180 was going to random online shopping and food delivery. Once he applied the 50-30-20 rule, he cut his wants down by half. In just 3 months, he had saved $300, money he later used to start a small side business. That's what a real working budget looks like. It's not about cutting joy. It's about redirecting energy. Step 3, review and adjust. Life doesn't stay the same. Your expenses, income, and goals will evolve. Your budget should too. Review it once a month. Ask yourself, did I overspend anywhere? Can I save a little more? Maybe you got a raise. Awesome. But don't let lifestyle inflation swallow it. Upgrade your savings before upgrading your car. Think of your budget like a car GPS. You need to keep updating the route as your journey changes. Now here's the secret ingredient most people forget. Reward yourself. Budgeting doesn't mean punishing yourself for spending. It means spending consciously. When you hit a milestone, like saving your first $100 or paying off a small debt, celebrate it. Buy something small, take a day off, or enjoy a guilt-free treat. It keeps you motivated and makes the journey sustainable. Because if your budget feels like a punishment, you'll never stick to it. Another powerful idea? Automate your savings. The moment your salary arrives, set an automatic transfer of 20% into a separate savings or investment account. This way you save before you spend, not the other way around. That's how wealthy people operate. Like they pay themselves first. Let's talk mindset for a second. Budgeting is not about deprivation, it's about direction. It's like being the captain of a ship. If you don't steer it, the waves, expenses will decide where you go. But if you set your course, your budget, even when storms hit, you'll still reach your destination. Here's one more quick story. Maya, a university student, started budgeting using this exact method. Her part-time income was small, just $600 a month. By tracking expenses and using 50-30-20, she discovered she could save $60 monthly. It didn't sound like much, but after a year, she had $720 saved. She used that money to buy an online course, learned digital marketing, and doubled her income. That's the power of small, consistent budgeting. It's not about how much you start with, it's about how disciplined you stay. So here's your challenge. Open a notebook or use your phone right now. Write your income at the top. Then list your expenses for a week, divide them into needs, wants, and savings, and follow the 50-30-20 balance. Review it each month and make tiny adjustments. Within a few weeks, you'll start noticing a difference. Less anxiety, more clarity, and a growing sense of control. Because when your money finally starts working for you, life starts feeling lighter. Remember, a good budget isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. You don't need to be rich to take control, you need to be consistent. As our glowing little mascot says, floating with that cheerful grin, a smart budget doesn't restrict your life and it builds it. So take charge today, because every rupee, every dollar, and every decision can move you closer to the freedom you deserve.